Yes, is Commander Chris Lee available?
I don't know. Hold on while I check.
Thank you.
Okay, you still there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, he is not in here today, but, well, at least not as of yet. So I can transfer you over to the station and you can leave a message for him.
Thank you.
Hold on just a second. Richland Police Department, this is Michelle.
Hi, I was wondering if Commander Lee is available, and if not, is it possible to leave him a message?
I saw them all just go into a meeting. They always have a command meeting first thing in the morning. So let me transfer you to his voicemail. Where is he at? Oh, easier said than done.
If there's a
Hold on
better
just a
time to
second.
call back,
He doesn't work
I can
here
call back.
in this office, so we don't have a direct extension to transfer it to. So, would you rather have his email? You could email him.
I'd rather
And then
talk
he
to
can
him on the
contact
phone,
you.
honestly.
Okay. Okay.
What's the number to call? They just transferred me there. The number I called was 509-942-7360, and they transferred me to you, so I'm assuming that I should have called a different number.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not seeing that extension 7360. Trying to see where they transferred you to. Because he actually works up at dispatch, which is a completely different building on the other side of town.
I see.
So, and we don't have an extension for that building. It's just dispatch.
Okay. If he's hard to get a hold of, is there a lead detective that works at your office?
There is.
Because that would be another person I'd be willing to talk to. Because I was on the scene at the Fred Meyer shooting, and I know that none of the police got to go in the building. It was the feds that were in there, and that's why the arrest was made on a federal interstate. But I know what really happened at the Fred Meyer shooting, and it's not what's being reported in the news. These are operations, and I got to talk to Chris Lee himself, and he said he didn't see it with his own eyes. He had to rely on a video that was sent to him through his cell phone. These things are major operations, and they need to be exposed. I live in this community. It's come closer to home, but I'm a researcher. I have 2 books out there, 2 bestsellers on what's really going on with these mass shootings, and it's the same pattern over and over. Did you notice how when the story started yesterday, when they broke the news about the victim and the shooter, that at first, I know they changed the shooter's age from 38 to 39 as the day went on the 39th day of the year, but it started off as a 38-year-old killed a 38-year-old on February 7th, the 38th day of the year. And that's a very special number to the Jesuits and their little Kabbalistic code because it represents death. And over, these same things happen. The last Kroger shooting that was a national news story was in Colorado, the 38th state, where so many of these mass shootings come out. And that was on March 22nd, 3/22, exactly 322 days before the shooting at the Fred Meyer in Richland. And these are the same patterns over and over with the mass shootings. 3/22, 38, because they're numbers of the Jesuit and Skull and Bones cabal that served the Roman Catholic Church. And I see where Commander Chris Lee got out of the military in 2001. Him and I are the same age. That's when all the new programs started opening for the Department of Homeland Security after the big false flag on 9/11. And again, I want to see what Chris Lee's really about. On the scene, he seemed genuine, and he was honest that he didn't see the shooting with his own eyes. And again, it's amazing that he's the one speaking to all the media when he hasn't even seen it with his own eyes about this supposed shooting that happened in there. Because while I can't say for sure it was a hoax, what took place in Richland, I can say for 1,000% sure it was a hoax what took place at the King Soopers in Colorado on March 22nd. That's why it's definitely within the realm of possibility that there was no mass shooting. And if you haven't looked into the supposed 38-year-old victim, that guy must have eaten crystal meth cornflakes for his whole life because I'm 38 years old and that guy has about 20 years on me. He looked like he was pushing 60. There's no way that's a 38-year-old. So anyway, a lot of this stuff doesn't add up, and it's the same numbers over and over. I'll tell you another one. They said that the shooting happened at 11 a.m., classic number. If you ever watch Rosemary's Baby, you can learn what 11's about. But then they said that the shooter was arrested 11 hours later. And with regards to 322, being the whole 322 ritual, that's the number of Skull and Bones. Go back and look at the last two Skull and Bones presidents, the two Bushes. The first one, George H.W. Bush, gave a speech about a new world order, a world freer of terror, September 11th, 1990, 11 years to the day of the big attack on the buildings that look like an 11 in New York, the 11th state, where they said the first plane that hit was AA-11. You should also look into Project Amalgam Virgo because they simulated cruise missiles hitting those buildings, the federal government did, 102 days before the attack that lasted 102 minutes. And again, it's why there's one building, before there was zero, before that there was two. All of this stuff is symbolic. 201, 102, or I know the whole language of these people. From the anniversary of the death of Kroger to the shooting there at the Richland was 201 days later. I could explain why they use these numbers to you, but I don't want to overwhelm you. The point is, these are federal operations. We're being lied to, and I want to know if Commander Lee realizes that he's being used and abused, because if he does, that's a real problem. And it wouldn't be just him. I mean, he's not the only one that's guilty, but it's sad that these people are accepting a paycheck to essentially undermine America and its democracy. And if you can relay that message to somebody, including the lead detective, you can give me a call back. You do have my number. And you know what? Since you offered me his email, why don't you give me that real quick? I'll write all this out for him in an email and see if he responds.
Okay, that sounds good. I want to make sure I give you the right one, so let me pull it up real quick. So it is going to be C.H. Lee, all one word.
Okay.
At ci.richland.wa.us.
All right, just to make sure I got it. C.H. Lee at ci.richland.wa.us.
Perfect.
Thank you so much.
And I will still give him your message, all right?
All right, appreciate it. You have a great day.
All right, you're welcome. You too.
We got to hold their feet to the fire, Truth Seeker. We'll see if he gets back. Till next time.